You guys have been waiting just as long as I have to finally share and see this kitchen reveal, and today is the day. I'm so excited. You guys know that we have been, I don't want to say remodeling, it's very loosely remodeled, it's just updated our kitchen over the last couple of months, I would say. And we didn't do anything drastic except we painted our kitchen cabinets and gave our hardware some love and updated it, and it has made our kitchen look drastically different. I am going to be sharing a haul in today's video of a couple of recent things that I've picked up from the antique store that you guys haven't seen yet. Again, over the last few months, I've shown you guys different things here and there that we have picked up for the kitchen, but you haven't seen these items yet, and to me, I honestly think that they are the star of the show. So I'm very excited to show you guys what I picked up, and then I'm just going to show you the reveal. I will be incorporating some before clips of the kitchen. You guys know our cabinets used to be blue, and I used to call them like a dusty blue. Now, going from what once was to what we have now, they were almost like a denim blue, which is crazy. I loved them for so long, but we had them painted that color for like 7 years, 8 years, something like that, and they definitely needed some love. So this year we took it upon ourselves to paint our cabinets, and they look so much better. As you can see, they are a darker green color, and we love them. So I will leave the paint colors linked down below for you guys. That way you guys can check them out if you want. The shade is called Night Mission, and it is by the Behr line. And we did purchase specific cabinet paint. So they already had the primer in them and like a sealant and things. So we did not have to do any extra steps as far as that goes. And then for the hardware, we kept the original hardware that we had, and then we just added some rub and buff to them. So I will say, if you are wanting to use rub and buff on your hardware in any room, or just any space in general, something that gets touched frequently like kitchen pulls and knobs do, I do recommend sealing them with a clear sealant of some sort. We used a clear sealant spray paint, and it has worked wonders. And to our surprise, we only bought 1 quart of paint, and then we had a sample can that we bought originally to make sure that we tested or we liked the color, and that is all it took to paint our entire kitchen cabinet. So we do have uppers on one side of the kitchen, we do not have uppers on the other side. So if we would have had that, we would have had to purchase more paint, but nonetheless, we do have a galley style kitchen, and we have a decent amount of cabinet space. So we were very impressed that we did not have to buy very much paint at all to complete this project. So it was very inexpensive to do, especially if you're not wanting to add in any new decor or anything. If you're simply just wanting to paint your cabinets, you can definitely do it on a very affordable budget, very budget friendly. We did end up getting a new rug in here. Anyways, we did end up adding some new curtains as well. And again, all of that, most of the things in here are either antique or thrift, but any of the newer items did come from Amazon. So I'll keep my Amazon storefront link down below for you guys so you can check it out. But let's go ahead and get into this haul. Okay, first things first, I went to our local antique store. I filmed there a lot for you guys. I've actually done some recent videos there, and they always have just the best things. So one of the things that I found was this little faux plant. I don't know if this is supposed to be like thyme or rosemary or something, but it is so cute. I'm pretty sure it's originally from Target or Hobby Lobby, but I ended up finding it at the antique store for $6.99, I believe, and it was definitely the style that I was going for. So I thought that this was really cute and something that I can keep, you know, just style that anywhere in the home. And then another thing that I picked up, I still like to accent with blue pieces in my kitchen, just very simple pieces. So I did find a set of 3 kind of like little dessert plates, or like appetizer plates, but they are like a yellow stoneware, yellowish, and then they have the blue rim. But I think they are super pretty. These were $1 a piece, so like I said, I picked up 3 of those. I think that's just a really like cottagey kind of vintage vibe, and that is the vibe that I'm going for here in my kitchen. And then the star of the show, I think this is so pretty. It's definitely a acquired taste, I feel like, but for me and what I was going for, I'm obsessed with it. So I found this huge piece of art, and it was under $15 with the frame. I think it is amazing. I love the old school painting. It has you know, it has wine there, there's some cherries, like little accents in this photo that really complement our kitchen well. And like I said, a lot of the colors, so like the green in this jug here, different things like that. But I thought it was beautiful, and like I said, under $15. So I found these things last week, and I had to incorporate them into my kitchen because I just think they're beautiful. So now let's go ahead and walk through the kitchen and look at all the updates. Before we painted our kitchen cabinets, they were white and they had a brick backsplash in here. This is what it looked like whenever we moved in our home, and as you can see, there has been a lot of changes since these pictures. So these were taken about 7.5 years ago, and then once we did our first kind of renovation in this space, we went ahead and painted the cabinets blue. And then as you can see, we did take down the upper cabinets and the hood vent and opened that space up into our dining room, which is kind of like that bar area in the dining room. We also did put new floors throughout our home, including the kitchen, and added in a farmhouse sink a couple of years ago. But this is what it looks like now. It is so pretty. I'm so happy with how it turned out. We did go with the shade Night Mission by Behr, like I had mentioned. We left the kitchen countertops the same. In the first set of renovations that we did paint the brick backsplash white, so that is still the same as far as this update goes. But all we did was paint the cabinets and do rub and buff on the hardware, and I think it has made such a difference. My goal here was to make it look kind of like a cozy cafe and kind of give it that cottage vibe, and I feel like I did a pretty good job of that, so you guys will have to let me know down in the comments. One of the things that helps kind of create this just feel that I was going for are the cabinets. So these are original to the home, and our house is over 50 years old, but these just kind of give that extra detail, kind of that extra texture that makes it feel very cottagey and lived in my opinion. And then a taste that kind of modernized it a little bit is the farmhouse sink with our new faucet. Like I mentioned, we've had this for a couple of years now, but it has made all the difference and really brightened this side of the kitchen up. And yeah, we've just added in little elements here and there. I will be going through the kitchen and giving you guys details on all of the decor, but I wanted to mention first just the, I guess, cosmetic things that we have done to this space. So the brick, like I mentioned, we had painted that, and that is something we did several years ago whenever we first painted our kitchen cabinets blue. We have not touched that up or anything. They still look as good as new. And yeah, so paint goes a long way, let me tell you. If you are looking to renovate your home or just renovate a space in any way, highly recommend painting it first, because like I said, it is so affordable and you can just make it look totally different. But this side of the cabinets, we did go ahead and continue on with the green cabinets, and then John did build these spice racks whenever he took out the upper cabinets several years ago. I don't show those a ton, but I love the just added element, this kind of like a lived-in feel. You know, we're in our kitchen constantly. It's definitely the heart of our home, and I like having those there on display. But now let's go ahead and take a peek at a closer look at the kitchen, looking at all of the decor, and I can tell you guys where things are from and where or how I like to style them in this space. One of the things that we added for decor were these little floating shelves on the side of the cabinets. This was just scrap wood that we had in our garage, and we simply stained it and sealed it, and then we bought the brackets at a local hardware store. But I love just the charm that it adds. It's just a little bit of extra decor because we don't have a ton of wall space or really even counter space to decorate, so I thought this was a fun element to add in, and I've never had floating shelves before, so I think this is just a lot of fun to have. There's lots of thrifted pieces on here and antique finds, and I'm really loving how this turned out. You will notice little accents of blue throughout the kitchen because I just can't get away from it. I think it's so pretty, and something about it is just really charming to me. So that is this side, and then we also have our bar stools. These came from HomeGoods several years ago. They're just a faux leather, and they're very comfortable, so that is why we love them. Like I said, we're in here all of the time, so keeping something that is practical and very relaxing and comfortable to be in is definitely a key element for us. On the side of our cabinets, I do have a towel rack. I do like to change this out and keep it pretty minimal for the most part. We do have little ones running around, and they tend to hit whatever is on this towel rack often. So for now, I just have a basket filled with some greenery. I've had all of those things for a very long time, including the towel rack. It's been here for years. But one of the things that I absolutely love that is a new purchase is this rug. I knew I wanted something that was neutral but still had kind of a vintage design to it, and I feel like this just hit the nail on the head. I found this on Amazon, and it is a 5x7 rug, and it was $45. And it is gripped on the back, which is really nice too, so it's not going to be sliding around constantly. I do believe that it complements just the kitchen well overall. It goes really nicely with the green cabinets and the countertops. And I will have that link down below for you guys in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. But as far as this side of the kitchen on the countertops, I do have our coffee station. It's kept very simple, very minimal. That's just the kind of people that we are when it comes to making our coffee. We just want the drip coffee pot, and then we have our canister with some little stir spoons, and then I just have a faux propagated plant over here just for some added greenery and a little bit of life to this space. And then I have my mug rack filled with just neutral mugs that go with cohesive with the rest of the kitchen. One of my favorite things that we added are these curtains. So these cafe curtains are so cute. Again, the curtains and the curtain rod will be linked down below in my Amazon storefront. I think that this added so much cozy charm to this space. Really just makes the whole room, honestly. I didn't realize how much of a difference it would make until we hung them up, and I just love them so much. And I also added a fun element with this faux fern. I bought this from a local small business, and it just really just made it the look as well. It just completed the whole thing. So adding a little pops of greenery just adds a lot of elements to a room and just warms it up a lot, and also adding lots of different textures and patterns. So the striped curtains are just a nice little charming piece, and then I've added in lots of thrifted and antique pieces. And the next spot of mine that I really enjoy is right above our dishwasher. So on the dishwasher, I just have a hand towel. This actually came from Walmart this year. Very inexpensive. I want to say this was like $3. I do really love the pattern on here and the color. It's just nice brown and khaki color. But on the countertop right above it, I just love this little cozy space. I do have a riser here that came from Hobby Lobby for $6, and then I found this candle at Target on clearance. I think I paid $4 for it. And then the faux plant and the plates that I just showed you guys in the haul I have on top of the riser. Something about this just screams cozy cottage to me, and I love it so much. I also have a lamp here on the counter. I just love having that simple glow, and the lamp itself was thrifted, but I did buy the pleated shade recently at Target for $10. I feel like adding the pleating again is just that added extra just texture and element that really cozies up a space. So I can have that link down below for you guys if I can find the link. Next to that, I do have our coffee pour over system that I got on clearance years ago, along with these little dishes. We do use these often, and I got those recently on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I also love layering in pieces, so I have a wooden cutting board layered in with that vintage frame that I showed you guys. I love the photo so much, and I just feel like it complements the kitchen really nicely. And then I also have a faux plant in a pottery vase in a wire basket that I found at a spring market. right, you guys, that is everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed taking a tour of our kitchen. I am absolutely obsessed with how it turned out. I'm really glad we chose to do the green color. I almost went with blue again, but like a different shade, and I'm so glad we switched it up. This is something that was super simple to do, and like I said, very affordable. Everything that I can have linked down below, I will for you guys, including the shade of paint that we use. And like I said, the rug, the curtains, the curtain rod, all of that is linked down below in my Amazon storefront. And the rest of the things that I had picked up were all from thrift stores and antique stores. So unfortunately, I cannot link those, but if anything, I hope this inspired you to go thrifting and antiquing. Keep an eye out for some of these pieces because you never know what you're gonna find. Truly, so many of these pieces have made such a difference in this space. So thank you guys for watching. If you are new, I hope you consider subscribing because I would love to have you. I do post every Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget to hit that bell notification, that way you're notified when I post, so that way you get a notification when a video goes up on my channel. So thank you guys again, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Bye.